Hello and welcome to the Sacred Water. For those that are new, welcome in. For those that are coming back, welcome back. A little bit of housekeeping before we start with the video. I have decided to change the format for the monthly readings. It will no longer be individual star signs as it used to be. It will all be all in one. The reason for that is, as you can see in the title, it will be all signs from Aries to Pisces. The reason being is because I found that it took too long for me to get them out by star sign throughout the month, and it was taking up a lot of time to just get them done, and it would take away from the time that I would have done other material instead. And of course you guys want to know what is coming up for you guys, so getting towards the end of the month and still haven't gotten to your sign is a little bit of a problem. So if you have been with me and bearing with me throughout this time, I thank you very much for that. This hopefully will remedy that situation, and I am very grateful that you guys are sticking with me through thick and thin. It really means a lot to me. Also, this is still going to be a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It is also timeless, so whenever you come to it is when you're supposed to receive the message. Also, it will always be Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and in this case it will be for all signs for this month. So that being said, let's get into your reading and see what is coming up for the month of July for the collective. Very good. Now let's see. I invite your spirit guides to join me and my spirit guides in this sacred space, devoid of time and space, to get you your message for this month of July. Gods and spirits, what does the collective need to know for the month of July? What energies are coming towards them? What would it mean for them? How can they navigate it for their highest and greatest good? Please tell us what they need to know for this month. So if ever you're interested in the decks that I am using, they will be listed down below in the description. Also, please let me know how you like this format for the monthlies, and about the angle. How are you guys liking this angle? Do you like it better, or do you prefer the old one best? Please let me know that in the comments so I know to adjust to your preferences. Of course, one day I will have a better rig, so that would account also for the lateness in this week. I've been having a lot of technical difficulties. I am trying to get them fixed as soon as possible and hopefully have better equipment to deal with all these videos. My equipment is a little bit on the older side, so it's having a little bit of a tough time. Okay, the first one is Saturn with wisdom, discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tests, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, scaffolding. Very interesting. What else do they need to know right now? Gods and spirits. What does the collective need to know for the month of July? What energies are coming towards them? I'm hearing listen. Listen. Maybe somebody is having a tough time hearing someone out. Maybe they're refusing for whatever reason, be it ego or some other issue that might prevent them from listening to either someone else, their higher selves, their spirit guides, but there's someone that needs to start listening and start paying attention, because there's something important that is, there's an important message that's going to come through in an unlikely manner. So it will, it will be imperative to really listen, because it might be hidden in the details, I'm hearing. All right, next card is Ascendant, with outlook, worldview, mission statement, expression, affect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, and first impressions. Very nice. What else do they need to know about some spirits? We got the 9th house with seeking, foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, belief, pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, and risk-taking. Very interesting. Okay, what else do they need to know right now about the spirits? Please guide the beautiful collective for their highest and greatest good. What do they need to know for the month of July, please? Okay. So we've got 8th house with intimacy, investments, intensity, contact, sex, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, kundalini energy, stalking and the underworld. Interesting collection of words here. We shall see what they have to say together. The 12th house, surrender, subconscious mind, comparison, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, trance states, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, and Akashic records. There you go. Okay, so the first messages that I'm getting from these are, there is something that you need to resolve when it comes to your foundations, first and foremost. There's some sort of difficulty that you're having right now. Something is really sort of shaking you to the core, or really is just, there's this feeling of being ungrounded, but it's more than that. There is this what would it be, that word? It's almost like there is something to do with the self. There is this, there's something that has happened that has left you feeling like you don't really truly know who you are, and therefore you don't know where you stand. You don't know whether you are being resistant, or whether you are simply not sure where you stand in any particular matter, because there's something about self-doubt here, and it has something to do with an event that has left you a little untethered. It's a test I'm feeling it is something that is it's arousing definite difficulties, and it is a moment where your spirit guides are having to sort of restrain you and put blocks in certain areas, because they're trying to funnel you back to where you're supposed to be. But this has left you a little bit uncertain and unsure about yourself, who you are, and who you are projecting to others. So the first thing that you need to do is deal with that base core of who you are yourself. Sort of go through a bit of a rediscovery about yourself. And this in turn, you won't even have to worry so much about what is being projected outwards, because this new outlook that you're going to have about yourself is going to be showing all on its own. When this core work is going to be done, that's when new avenues and new possibilities are going to be opening up for you. There is one of them that might seem a little bit risky, but it seems to me like it's going to be a calculated risk that is going to definitely open up new horizons for you. One where you're going to be very much inspired. There's that, as it mentions here, Kundalini energy. It is something that is going to re-energize you from within. So there is this whole aspect of as within, so without. So take care of what is within first. Take care of that energy first, because then it's going to radiate out of you every which way, and it's going to in turn bring in a lot of possibilities, because at this point in time you are being funneled towards something. I'm hearing something more important, but also it's where you're supposed to be headed to. This is where you're being, your spirit guides are trying to channel you back to where you need to be going. This will bring also a possibility of meeting someone who might forge a relationship with you in some respect. Yes, this is the house of intimacy, but it also about relationships in general. So there is something, I'm picking up something to do with boundaries. So make sure that you're practicing healthy boundaries with every single person, even those in your most intimate circle, whether it be friends, family, or a significant other. With the 12th house and surrender, there is definitely this need of surrendering to the process of going within. July is going to be a much easier month when it comes to planetary alignments and all these things, which will give us all a much needed breather as far as I understand it. So it is going to be a time where we're going to be able to rest, recuperate, and just generally get a break. It is also a good time for review, reflection, and it's a good time to go within and deal with any core issues that that we need to delve into when it comes to shadow work. This is going to be very important to surrender to that process and surrender to the whole experience. There is this sense that right now you are working out and finishing out karmic cycles. Contracts are being finished. You're having to deal with baggage that's been left behind, but this is not only is this something that you need to do, but it is something that's going to make you feel better in the process. There's this sense of reorganizing and a little bit of purging going on, a little bit of a cleanse. But there's also this feeling that you've got to sort of trust your higher self, trust your spirit guides that they're trying to funnel you where you need to be. So going within through meditation, doing shadow work. If you do trance meditation, do so as well. If you do tarot reading or oracle readings or any such spiritual practice that you might be wanting to do or feeling like you need to do or being guided to do and you feel comfortable with, I would say do it. It will definitely be helpful. In this way, you'll be able to hear your higher self and your spirit guides much better. You'll be able to really navigate better the energies that are coming towards you and navigate the energies that you're working with from within. Very good. Now let's see what your tarot has to say. Okay, gods and spirits. What else do we need to know for the month of July for the collective? Please guide the beautiful collective for their highest and greatest good. What do they need to know right now? One more. Very good. Okay, the first card is Temperance. Very nice. Well, all these purples, blues, and whites. I'm getting the feeling that this is very much connected with the last three chakras, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. There is this feeling that your emotions might be a little high at this point, and there is definite need for grounding. We also have the Two of Wands. What else do they need to know right now, gods and spirits? What does the beautiful collective need to know for the month of July? Okay, we have the Five of Wands. Okay, we have the High Priestess. There's a definite need to get more in touch with your intuition. It will definitely guide you and guide your way forward and illuminate whatever conflict you're in. Is it internal conflict? Quite possibly, judging by the oracle cards up above, but it could also be some other type of conflict that you're in. With the Two of Wands, there is this sense of starting to see a little bit the fruits of your labor and thinking ahead on how to best channel this energy. We have the Nine of Cups. This is very beautiful. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. This is very much a destined thing. This is very much where you're supposed to be. Okay, we also have the Queen of Wands. Okay. Give ourselves a little bit more space here. What else do they need to know right now, gods and spirits? Please guide the beautiful collective out there for their highest and greatest good. What do they need to know for July? Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, we also have the Ten of Cups. We have the King of Wands. We have divine counterparts here, very interesting. We have the Queen of Swords. We also have the Empress. Okay, what else do they need to know, gods and spirits? We have the Nine of Wands. Okay, very good. What else do we need to know right now, gods and spirits? Okay, we have the Seven of Cups. And we also have the Six of Cups. Okay. Let's see. Can we have an outcome, please? We have the Two of Pentacles. What else do we need to know right now, gods and spirits? Can we have a outcome for the collective? We have the Nine of Swords. We also have the Magician. So it looks like to me that no matter what, there's going to be a healing of whatever stress you've got, something that's keeping you up at night, something that has you with heightened anxiety, something that is bringing out some fears out of you. There's something that you're going to be moving away from. And instead, you're going to be balancing that out in order to create the outcome that you want. Can we get two more, please, for the outcome? What does the collective need to know for July, please? Guides and spirits, we've got the Fool. One more, please. And we have the Chariot. Very good. Okay. Let's take a look at these cards and see what it is that they're trying to say. So it feels to me like you have been working very hard through a situation that has you very conflicted, and it has you feeling not only stressed out about it and staying up at night and trying to figure out how best to work through this, how to deal with it, whether the struggle is internal or external or both. What is for sure is that it has you feeling like the wounded warrior. You are patched up, you are propped up, you have a smile on your face, but you have wounds everywhere. And you are barely standing, but you are standing. So you are definitely, you know, getting towards the end of a cycle and closing out cycles that has you very exhausted, very tired, uncertain which way to go with it, not entirely certain if there is a way out of the situation. What your guides want you to know is that there have been reasons why you've been encountering these obstacles. And it is definitely to funnel you to where you're supposed to be. It feels like you strayed out of the path, and this has led you to a lot of bumps in the road and a lot of complications. And it's not that you didn't know what you wanted. That's not what I'm hearing. Is that the way you chose to go about manifesting what you wanted wasn't the most appropriate for you. It might have appealed to you in some way and called to you in some way, but what I'm hearing is that this was the comfortable choice. Does that make sense? It almost feels like it was, maybe it was the safer choice, maybe it was the shortest choice, the one that made sense on paper. What is that, gods and spirits? Please help me understand that energy. There's something about confusion. A lot of choices were presented to you and they all looked very good on paper. They all had very good pros to them. Not as many cons as you would have thought. They all were presenting in a way that sort of, for some reason, I feel like it clouded your vision. That's what I'm hearing, clouded the vision. And it took you down a road that was such a hard grind. It wasn't, it almost seems like it wasn't as advertised, but it was. And it ended up being harder. I'm hearing because it was a south node. It was within your comfort zone. It was within something that you knew. It was something that it was somehow comfortable. But for some reason, it led you to shut down a lot of your intuition and your higher chakras. It almost feels like even though you were doing all the work, somebody else was reaping all the benefits. And for some reason, you had to stay silent about it. You basically sort of shut yourself down to mold yourself to a position that you thought you needed to be in. But in reality, it was not where you were supposed to be. This is why it was creating this conflict and tension and worry. It almost feels like this is something I had prepared for, but once you started working and going down this path, it's almost like your passion for it went. It's almost like you realized maybe this was somebody else's dream, but not mine. And I let it become mine. This is not for everybody, this particular part. This might only be for one or two of you out there. Maybe this had to do with a particular vocational route, maybe that your parents encouraged you to take, maybe somebody else encouraged you to take, but it wasn't one that, it's like, yeah, it sounded good until you actually did it, and then it's like, oh no, this is not for me. But how do I tell these people, and how do I walk away from this after putting in so much hard grind into it? With the Eight of Pentacles, I have put a lot of work into this, but it doesn't feel like you're getting the returns from it. It's blocked your intuition so completely, so that your 9 and 10 of Cups here had no possibility of coming in, even though that's what you were working for. You were projecting for it. But this is not what was coming out. So there is definite need of healing this. There is definite need of balancing this all out. There is a definite need of doing some shadow work, going within, opening up these chakras once more, getting back in touch with your higher self, your intuition, your spirit guides, so that you can finally realize how best to move out of this situation. With the Six of Cups, it feels like a reflection, like a long ago dream. There is a dream that you had long ago that is going to be resurfacing. And I am feeling that this is the right way to go. It might seem a little bit risky, but this is it's resurfacing now, because now that you're starting to do the work, you're starting to unblock that pathway, unblock that communication between yourself and your spirit guides and your higher self and your intuition and your deity and spirit. You're allowing that back in, and they are bringing back from the depths of your memory this dream that you had long ago. It's come bobbing up right up to the surface and showing you what it is that you were dreaming about long ago, and what it is that you truly wanted, because this is the way that you're supposed to be going. This is fated and destined for you. And finally, things, it took some closing off of avenues to funnel you through to the right direction that you needed to go into, because if you continued down this road, you were going to burn yourself out. So the tide is starting to turn. The seasons are changing for you. You are finally being able to see things clearly and project into the future what you want, and be able to put up healthy boundaries, so that you can't be swayed in the direction that you don't want to go to, that you should not be going into. You know where you need to go, not everybody else. And unfortunately, sometimes parents, they mean well, trying to follow us in what they think should be best for us. But when we're all grown up and we experience the world through our own eyes, feel it through our own heart and skin, we become aware that we are different entities from whom they think that we are. We come into our own, and we come to an understanding and a view completely different of the world than they see it. And it comes down to making that decision and understanding that there are certain things that they might not agree upon, but sometimes we have to do for ourselves. And sometimes that means standing up for ourselves, and I'm not saying be cruel, but be to the point, and don't let them sway you where you know you shouldn't go and you don't want to be in. Always do right for yourself and right for your family. But don't let anybody else try to sway you from where you know you need to be. This is about healing yourself, taking care of yourself, and knowing that if your cup is full, then you can share the bounty with others. This is about healing and dealing with that internal core foundation of yourself. This is why you have to go through that internal process, because this is something that needs to be healed. This is something that you need to take care for yourself. This is something that you need to learn who you truly are deep down inside and what it is that you truly want and how you want to get there. This is about rebuilding yourself in your own image, not somebody else's. And learning to stand up on your own 2 feet and say, this is who I am. And this is what I need to do. And this is who I need to become. And this is how I need to work to get there. And this is the vocation that is right for me. Whether you were studying to be a doctor and you decide, no, I want to be a kindergarten teacher. Or, nope, I want to be a Reiki healer. Or, nope, I want to be a pet groomer. Whatever this is about finding out who you truly are, what you truly want, and how you want to get there. And not letting anybody else tell you how you should do it. Because other people are going to have other ideas, but you know what's best for you. And you need to honor that and respect that and go with that. Because otherwise you're going to grind yourself to the floor. You're going to burn out. So in order to get your wish fulfillment and your happiness, you're going to have to change what you have been doing because it's no longer working, and do what it is that will work for you in order to get this. With the King and Queen of Wands, we also see the fire element here. We see Kundalini energy. We see passion, and we see something that will definitely light you up. We also see divine counterparts. And that touches in with your 8th house and intimacy and relationships in general. I think this then will allow you, if you're looking for love, to find the person for you, to find your divine counterpart. But for those of you that are not looking for love, or you already have your partner, this will allow you then to find your spirit family. It will definitely help you find your tribe. That's what I'm hearing. It will help you find your tribe. The people who belong with you, they are family in spirit. They could be chosen family, if you will, best friends, opening up your circle to incorporate new experiences and to incorporate who you truly are now that you are discovering your true self. So this is going to be bringing in all of these people that are just going to bolster you and add to that fun energy and passion, and really help invigorate you and bring you up from this energy that you are in right now. So it's not the time necessarily to give up on your dreams. That is not the case. What is time for to give up, in other words, is to give up what is not working. It is the way you're going about it. It is this lack of knowing oneself and what it is that you want, who it is that you truly are. This is the time to heal that, and that is what is needing to be given up, not your dreams. It is figuring out the best way to get your dreams, because what you're currently doing is just burning you out. It wasn't the right energy for you, and it's causing a lot of strife. It's causing a lot of stress. And this is simply not healthy, and it's not sustainable. So you need to get out of this energy, and the only way to do that is to balance that out by first grounding your emotions, and then trying to really go within, do that internal work to find out more about yourself. This situation seems to have created a bit of a crisis of identity. And there is a definite concern of, you know, I am trying to put a good face on it. I am stressed as heck, but I am trying my best here. I'm trying to, you know, in order to, if you have a family, you know, to sort of show a good face and make sure that they themselves don't worry about anything that's going on, or whether it be your parents or, you know, even your boss or anyone around you. If you're putting on a brave face, trying to go through the day and trying to just get your work done, and you're getting home and you're exhausted and you feel absolutely bleh, then it's time to review. It really definitely is time to review, because there's something about the situation that is not healthy for you, and it cannot be an ongoing thing. This is your spirit guides throwing up a red light, blinking, huge, saying stop, stop, stop. This is the time to stop. This is the time to go within, review, heal. Deal with that base, that core of yourself. As they put it here, the scaffolding or the skeleton, the first part that keeps you upright. That one thing that says, this is who I am. This is what I look like. Because this is who I am. It all comes down to the interior, because it is the energy of knowing who you are, knowing who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, knowing what your dream is, what you want, and how to get there. Sometimes we don't know immediately how to get there, but we have a good idea or inclination that this is the way that we're going to go. Or this is more or less what it should look like. It took me a long time to, I went through this myself a few years ago. But it took me a long time to understand how this would take shape. I had no idea that it was going to take this shape. That I would be getting a YouTube channel, that I would be doing card readings and Reiki healings and talking about spirituality and generally trying to help others in their spiritual journey. I had no idea that it would take this shape. I just thought, I want to be a working witch. Because being pagan to me was a great idea to work within the spiritual circle to help others. I just didn't know that it would take this face. I just knew that's the general direction that I want to go in. How I was supposed to make a living out of that, I had no idea. And that was something that my parents always worried about. Heck, they worried about it when I was taking theater lessons and when I was trying to discover what else to do, because I couldn't make a living out of acting either. Because we all know that at that particular time in the 90s, there was a lot of golden heads, let's just put it that way, and I was always a brunette, so that always put a kink in the works, as it were. So there is, sometimes parents mean well, and they might funnel you through in a particular direction. But now that you've all grown up, it is time to really reassess and see whether this was the right path for you. And I have a feeling that it is not, because otherwise you wouldn't be in this situation right now, working yourself to the ground, being so stressed out of your mind that you're staying up at night, fears are coming up and showing themselves in life in one way or another. The stress will be eating you up, and this is not sustainable. So this has to change, no doubt about it. And it from the outcome here with the Two of Pentacles and all the other ones surrounding it, it seems to me that you are going to be working through this, and slowly you are going to be balancing out these emotions, balancing out, I'm hearing finding your balance. That's what I'm trying to get at. And you're going to be finding your balance. Also, I noticed here the flowers. Those flowers look to me like echinacea. Echinacea is a very healing plant. I'm not saying take it or don't take it. Always ask your doctor, especially if you are taking some sort of medication. I am not a doctor. I'm a spiritual healer, first and foremost. So it is meant to be complementary, what I do here, not a replacement for a doctor. But echinacea is widely taken to reinforce your immune system. It is very helpful in healing. As far as I understand it, taken as a supplement, it is very helpful. So knowing that, what I am given to understand here, and this is why they're pointing it out, is that by doing the work, not only are you balancing yourself out, you're going to be able to be completely able to stand on your own 2 feet in a very solid foundation, but you're going to be reinforcing and boosting your true self. Your true colors is going to stand out. You're going to be a much healthier person by doing this work. Psychologically, emotionally, you're going to put yourself in a much more stable position in order to start manifesting your dreams and essentially starting over. Now, the magician is very interesting because he has all the tools at his disposal to actually create that which he wants to create to infinity. Now, by having done the work, if we're going into the future, you are going to have all the tools and the energy to create this new life for yourself. Start anew, start afresh. However, with experience, with knowledge. You're going to be armed with knowledge and all the tools that you need to start afresh in the direction that's going to bring you happiness. That is first and foremost. So taking that internal trip inside to really figure out who you are is going to be of benefit to you guys. Now, let's take in a few of these coffee cup oracles to get you a little bit of advice to handle this energy, to navigate it better. See how they're not pulling in different directions in this case? They're both going in the same direction. They're both looking in the same direction. You will no longer be pulled in 2 different directions. You will be going forward in the same direction where you want to go, where you yourself are looking. The horses are looking. And with the sunflower, this is sun energy, Kundalini. This is your happiness. This is your happily ever after. This is your 9 and 10 of cups. This is all the stuff that you've been trying to work for before, but you didn't have the right foundations for it. I'm hearing you were working from, what is that? A different perception? Something like that. From a different perception is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. So let's see what spirit and your spirit guides want to say to you in terms of advice for the next month to help you through this process. And it is a process that you are being asked to surrender to. So let's see. Let's get 3. One more, please. Okay. 8. Okay. So we've got gate, home, and opportunity. We've got the wolf with cunning and stealth. This has all the energy of the Queen of Swords here. And we've got strength and success with lion. Perfect. So by doing this work, it will definitely open up new avenues of essentially not only going where you need to go, but getting what you want to get, essentially. But there's also this essence of coming home to yourself. So by understanding yourself, you become stronger in who you are. You're working from that perception, from that base. That's when things are going to start changing completely. The Wheel of Fortune, right there. So this is when all the opportunities are going to start opening up, and you're no longer going to be blocked from every opportunity that you would like to have. Definitely boundaries is going to be very big for you. There is also thinking through and making sure that the calculated risk is there, yes, but also making sure that whatever decision you make, you stand firm on it. And strength and success with lion. This is definitely July energy, but later in July, definitely with the Lion's Gate. So I am getting, we're getting a little bit of a date. The date for what, I'm not entirely certain. Maybe is the date that things are going to start for you in terms of this particular new cycle that you're going to be ending and beginning. By the way, Cancers, happy birthday. Forgot to say that earlier, but I'm saying it now. Happy birthday, Cancer. But definitely this a rejuvenation of strength is definitely in the works for you. So keep up the faith, surrender to the process, go within. This will definitely recharge you. This is what is going to allow you to get the strength to finish off this endurance marathon, as it were. So that is all I've got for you guys today. I hope that resonated with you. I hope that you guys are going to have a great month, that this process is going to go well for you guys, and that you will be able to start your new journey off on the right foot. If you've resonated with me and you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing, leaving a little message down below, a little thumbs up. All of these great things help out the channel so that we can continue growing and continue pushing out the channel to others, so that we can continue growing our spiritual family, as it were, and this way I'm also helping out more people out there. So I hope you have a great month. More material to come. Let me know what you think of this new way of doing the monthlies, as well as this new angle. And have a fantastic day. Blessed be.